When I first got on the city council in 1999, I sat right next to Eric Turner, which was very fortunate for me to have that person that had been there for a long time and could kind of help guide some of the decisions and so on. Eric's always very passionate about what he does. He's never afraid to stand up and say, this is why I'm voting this way. But Eric, over the last number of years, since he retired from Caterpillar, he's still leads by example. He's still that voice of experience, but he's kind of worked his way into a role where he's more of that senior member of the city council that doesn't need to speak to every issue, but when he does speak, people stop and listen. He is truly a person that I've learned so much about, and to this day I continue to learn from Eric Turner.
One day I went to the basement to wash clothes, and I had sewage in my basement. I was not a happy camper. I called Greater Peoria Sanitary District and some others and got answers. I called Mr. Turner. He came up and he looked at that and he just shook his head. He said, there is a problem. There was a problem. When they did the sewers in this neighborhood, changed a few of them, they cut our sewer off. Mr. Turner saw to it that our home was taken care of.
You make a difference in someone's life, and that's all I want to do on the council. I don't want anything. I want to make the city better, and I want to make an impact on various people's lives in this community. When I first got on the city council, I was wondering, what are those issues that I'm going to make my issues, that I'm going to work hard for? And the first 2 years, I picked up little things that didn't make a difference. Then I went to a neighborhood meeting, and I saw right there, that's where all the power comes from. That's the engine that makes everything go. You sit there and they talk about the problems in the neighborhood. They talk about who's causing the problems, what things they would like City Hall to do. And I said, my gosh, get that, take it in the City Hall or work with the neighborhoods. That's what I want to do. And for the last 20 years, that's where I've concentrated my effort at, is with neighborhoods. If you're actively involved, you can really turn a bad neighborhood around and you could help a good neighborhood excel.
LaVetta and Bernadine, who have chosen to stand up and do that extra thing for their neighborhood, it's something in their heart. They gave tirelessly at the time and continue to do it. And that speaks a lot about their leadership. It speaks a lot about the number of people that they have attracted into their neighborhood associations to grow them and keep them being strong. It's two unbelievable women.
You have to get out there. You have to do it. You have to be in the trench. You have to be with the people. I sit at the council meeting and I see people come and complain and, cut down the city council people and that. And I sit there and I think, have I ever seen them at a cleanup? Have I ever seen them in the gutters, in the trenches, fighting for, doing work for the city to make it better? Everybody thinks they have to get paid. Volunteerism is the most wonderful thing in the world. My heart's in the South Side, and people have accused me of having a chip on my shoulder. Yeah, I do have a chip on my shoulder because I've seen for all the years that we've been abused down here. All the years that we've been promised stuff, and then it just never comes, never happens. You have to like and love something if you're really going to fight tough for it.
LaVetta has fought tooth and toenail for the south side of Peoria and for the city of Peoria, not just the south side. She's not afraid to speak her mind on what she thinks. We need more people in Peoria as dedicated as what LaVetta is.
I truly love LaVetta. LaVetta puts her life at risk She's had people to break in her house. She's had people to threaten her life, all because of neighborhood issues that she's tried to address. And that's why when I get a call from LaVetta, I don't care what I got to do or who I've got to call, but I'm going to get it addressed that day. And those are the kind of, I think everybody on the council's that way. After 3 months, you know who LaVetta is, and you know that you got to get something done on the issues that she calls you about.
I went to the first couple of meetings and I thought, oh, those old people, what do they know? Well, I wasn't so young. I was in my middle 40s then. The more you do and you listen to people, the more you can see things and do it. And then I started walking the neighborhood. And just, it just adds, you know, we can do this, we can do that, and suggestions from other people. And the more you talk to people in and around the city who are in different neighborhoods and different modes of life, it after a while it just all fits together and they start working together, and that's what it should be, I think. I just want to be remembered as Bernadine, a nice person. Just someone who loves her city. And I do love this city very much.
Sometimes you get so discouraged and you think, oh, you know, nobody cares about what they do. They care about what you do. So that, you know, I hope they remember me like that after I'm 10 foot under. For my love for the South City and the South Side. Yep. I want them to know I went down fighting. Yep. And I didn't want any rewards out of it. I did it just because I love my neighborhood and I love my city. And I think I just want them to remember me.
I was born here, I was raised here. My parents lived here and died here. And they said, if you can ever make a difference, try and make a difference. And that's what it means to me, is try to make a difference in this community. Matter of fact, I didn't even think I'd get elected the second time. So, you know, it's really nice and an honor to think that people cared enough about you to say, well, he's doing good, so let's give him another shot. And I think I've had all the shots I really need. I appreciate all the things that this community and the citizens have done for me. And I hope those citizens that didn't vote for me have now said, you know, he's a good guy. He got a lot done. That's all I could ask for.